Hey, how's it going everybody? MrYourWilly here. Time for another episode of Season 3. So I got a lot of things I need to build, and I probably will not make it all through one episode. I pretty much know this for a fact just because of how much I want to build to get this next goal accomplished. And my next goal is to work with all of these items that I've been getting. Well, I'm getting a good amount of stuff, but I'm not getting enough. And I'm not getting a lot of good things, mainly diamonds and that kind of stuff. So I want to make a machine to help me mine so I don't have to keep going down in the tunnels and mining every single time I need to get something. And so pretty much the next couple episodes will basically be me working on that solution. You know, basically crafting things and all that fun stuff. The electric wrench, I don't need you in my inventory, so I'm just going to put you over here. Alright. So, first things first, I need a lot of clay because I'm going to need a lot of brick. I'm going to need over a stack of brick. So, I'm going to go out and let's see, what time is it? It's almost noon. I'm going to go out and just gather a whole bunch of clay and a whole bunch of sand, and I'll be right back. Alright, I just gathered a good amount of clay. Now I'm here gathering some sand because I need a lot of sand too, and thankfully I live right next to a desert, so I'm kind of finding a spot. It's kind of out of the way and it won't look bad that I'm just, you know, mowing down all this stuff. And of course I still have magnet mode. I should probably turn that off. Now that goes into your digger backpack just like clay does, so you can see all the clay I got. And I'm just gonna put the sand in here, and I also want to separate it like so. Because I know I'm going to need at least 2 stacks. I'm going to actually need more than that for what I want to make. But, looks like my drill finally ran out of power. So let's go ahead and head home and see. Oh, that's weird. Like, why am I getting stuck here? There's nothing here! It's like invisible sand or something. And it's also turning to night soon. But I'm going to go back to the house and see how the charging is going for my lap pack, because remember we put the lap pack in my battery box thing last episode at the end, and I haven't been on since then, so I haven't been active to let the thermal generator gather energy. And remember, any excess energy goes straight into the lap pack, or any energy in general goes straight into the lap pack, and then any excess from that gets stored in the battery. And because the battery was empty when we put the lap pack in, pretty much all energy is going directly into lap packs, so it's been slow to charge. Unlike normal, where you'd be mining and stuff while this is charging and gathering some energy. Looks like the lap pack is almost complete. So, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and... I'll let it finish. It's almost to the amount due. And continue gathering sand. Alright, I finally finished this up, and you can see it's charging here, but it's also outputting, and that's because it's going into here and then into here. Once this is charged, which is just about to, there we go, then any excess will go into here. So this is kind of like the last storage place. Now, one thing you need to keep in mind, which is why I also wanted to start this, is if you put the lap pack on, your drill is not going to instantly become charged, because it only charges when you actually use the device. So if your drill is fully charged and you drill, then instead of taking from here, it'll take in here. But it's empty, then you actually need to drill something with it before it can actually go up. And you can also just put it directly into a bat box. Another thing you can do is just break some grass too. Nope, guess that doesn't do it. I guess it has to be a block, because that's not technically drilling, that's just breaking. So just to speed up the process, go ahead and put it into your bat box, or you could probably put it into your MFE. I don't think it will matter too much, but it will require you to charge that if your drill becomes completely empty before you can actually use the lap pack's power. Also, if you're curious on why I'm speaking in the mannerisms that I am currently speaking in, and using the pauses that I am, well, using, it's because I've been watching a lot more of Vsauce than I probably should be. And yeah, he's kind of rubbing off on me on the way he talks. I noticed that when I was talking to a friend about something, and he's like, "Why are you talking like that?" I'm like, I do not know. Alright, we are back, and I need to go ahead and turn these clay into the bricks. Let's go ahead and toss that in. I got 16 in there. So I'm just going to go ahead and toss in. I'll toss in another 16 in a bit. And then, whoopsies, save the rest of it in. Oh, I'll save at least a stack in here. Just because I don't want all of it to turn into bricks, just in case I need to use just clay as itself, because I know I will need to use clay on its own. Also, if you notice, I did fix the Enchanted Books. For some reason in my texture pack there was nothing in that section of the texture sheet, but I fixed it, so now it looks like a normal book but glowing. I also, while I was at it, fixed some of the Mystcraft books. Only the books though, so as you can see, this one is like a written book, but it's green. And then the normal ones, so let's go ahead and type in book. As you can see, the normal descriptive book looks like so, and then a notebook looks like I basically use the feather on the book and quill and just put it on top of the descriptive book, because, you know, it's a notebook, you'd be opening it up and writing in it. So I think that looks pretty good. It works for what I need. So yeah, I kind of fixed that up, because having it basically, here I'll just go ahead and go into cheat mode just so I can grab a book. Basically having a book go in here and then it turns into some other kind of like vanilla-y, blocky looking book just looked weird to me. But having it go from here to even this, even though it has a latch and it doesn't have the writing on front of it, it still looks better. And I actually kind of like this one even better because it has that latch and it kind of looks cool. But anyways, yeah, I went ahead and fixed those up too. And let's see, yeah, that's enough. So basically, I am creating something from Railcraft. Now, it requires a lot of bricks and it requires a lot of sand, and there's two different ways to do this. I'm just going to go and toss in 2 more. So the first way is you can make something called sandy bricks. Now, I'm going to go ahead and craft these. These are actually just a decorative block. As far as I'm aware, there's no other use for it, but it is kind of a cool looking block. You can use it for flooring or walling, that kind of thing. So I might use this in a decorative part of my home somewhere, maybe like the basement or something. And it doesn't take long to break. But you can also, out of this, create, I think you can create 2 sandy and an extra sand, was it? Maybe it's, let me see, it's pretty sure it was, oh, not R, U. There we go. Oh, it is a shaped recipe, like so, not like so. But this will give you a coke oven brick. And the nice thing is the tooltip says it's a multi-block, 3x3x3, and it has to be hollow in the middle. So it's nice that they added that. Another way of making it, which is kind of the more simple way because it takes less steps, is just to create it like so. And this is how you're most likely to create it this way. Now, because it requires 3x3x3 and it has the middle one taken out, that's 26 blocks. So I'm just going to go ahead and create 10. That means I need more bricks, which is kind of what I'm mostly waiting on at the moment, is these bricks to cook up. And I should have enough. Yep, there we go. And let's put, also, do I have all the sand taken out? I do not, just in case. It should be enough sand, but 16, so I need 20 more. I'm going to go ahead and wait for this to cook up, and we will be back. Alrighty then, so this is 24, 25, and then 26 to grab the remaining ones. So a coke oven is quite an interesting little device. Let me, I am also out of something. Oh, not out of, but low on. And I'll show you what that is in a sec. And it's because I used so much last episode, but that's fine. I need to figure out a place to put this. Now, this isn't going to be a permanent storage for it. Just like that nether portal is not a permanent storage. It's just a temporary one until I can get my home. Also, I ran out of marble, if you didn't mention that, if I didn't mention that last episode. So that is why that area is empty like so. But anyways, what I'm going to do is basically cut a little room into here temporarily for this storage. So let's see, that should be enough for what I need. And so basically we want to cut away 1, 2, 3, and then 3 across here, 3 across there, same here, and here, as well as the top. And this will basically be where we put the coke oven. Now the coke oven is a multi-block structure. And so basically when you place these bricks, they just look like normal bricks. But once you get them in a pattern that they like, then it actually turns into something else. And I've used this in a couple of my seasons. So let's put the last one there, and there you go, coke oven. Coke oven uses coal and will burn the coal at a slow rate and make 2 different products. It will make one that I really need right now and another one that's just useful. So I'm just gonna let this thing burn, and while that's going on, I'm gonna go ahead and mine some more coal because I'm gonna definitely need it. I just don't have the space for it currently. So I shall be back in a bit. I'm also gonna sleep for the night and see you guys in a bit. Alright, I'm back and I grabbed a lot of tracks. I'm just gonna toss that in here. I don't think I have that anywhere else. And I got about 2 stacks close, probably a little bit more than that, of coal. So I'm just gonna toss that in here. So this is one product, is coal coke. It burns a lot longer than normal coal does. And the second byproduct is creosote oil. So out of 5 coal, so let's say 4 coal, will give you 2 buckets worth of creosote oil. So 1 coal is about half a bucket. Now I'm gonna need some of this creosote oil, so I'm just gonna let that thing run for a while. And while that's running, I'm gonna go ahead and start building some of these other things that I'm going to be needing later on. Coal coke. Not really sure where I should put this quite yet. So I'll leave it in my inventory for now, but I do need to find a place for it. Alright, so let's go ahead and, yeah, next craft, I'm going to need some stone for it. I'm also going to need some iron, and I'm going to need some redstone, which I have on me, and I'm going to need some gold. So let's take that, and that should be everything. Alright, so the first thing I need to do is make a simple PCB. Now, simple PCB is iron, redstone, and gold. Now the redstone and iron can be switched, so it could be redstone in the corners if you want, but the gold has to be in the middle. And I need 2 of these. Let's go ahead and clear that out. Now the next thing I want to do is create, let's see, if I remember this right, I think it's 4 in the corner. That's interesting. Hollowed stone, that's part of the chimney mod. 3 iron and 2 simple PCBs. I think it's like this and like that. No. I was close to remembering. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I want uses. This is used in a lot of StevesCarts builds, and what I want is, there you are. Oh. Well, my way was logical at least. And then like that, and then like that, and like that. There we go. Cart assembler. Perfecto. So, the cart assembler will be put, right there works. Because I can still get to the that chest, so it's not that big of a concern. Cart assembler has a huge GUI, as you can tell. So whenever I'm going to mess with it, I'm just going to go ahead and change my scale to large. And I'll keep it like this for a bit because I'll probably be messing around with it. Well, I'll do that when I actually get to that part. But I do need this for the next piece, which is actually assembling a cart. Now the cool thing about StevesCarts is that it allows you to create carts of so many different shapes and varieties, and it's all modular. So you basically start off with an empty shell and you add to it of what you want. So let's go ahead and start with the shell. Now the shell is very easy. You need, well, first off you need some sticks, and I'm going to go ahead and grab 8 of these. So kind of like making a wooden gear, but you put an iron in the middle and it gives you an iron wheel. So you need 2 iron wheels, And then you want to make basically a normal kind of cart shape with the iron wheels, and you get a standard hull. You can also do this with wood, which I believe is a like a plank surrounded by sticks will give you wooden wheels, and then just planks. And that's the cheapest kind of cart you can make. So if you're really strapped on resources, or you don't need it to be very expensive in resources for what you're trying to do, that's another alternative. You can also see that there's a lot of info about this cart, such as modular capacity, the complexity cap, how many engines and add-ons it can have. So that mostly has to do with, actually, you know what, I guess I will keep it in large. I don't like large because of the way it makes the rest of my GUI so small, but that's alright. So if I put it in here, you can see I can hold 3 engines, a whole bunch of attachments, storage, and 6 add-ons. And you can also see this cool representation. You can click it and kind of spin it around, which is kind of nice to look at it. So, well, we're making a cart. So let's go ahead and first off start off with engines, because that's kind of the thing that you get. And then I'll explain more about what these two do. So the engine, let's start off with something simple. Something that we can all use for basic resources. And that's going to be a coal engine. So I'm going to need, let me think. I think 2 pistons. So it should be that. And then that. So 2 of these. And I can't remember the exact position of it. But I'm going to need 2 of those. I'm going to need a furnace, which I don't have yet. So let's go ahead and craft a furnace here. And I know the furnace goes in the center. And I'm also going to need 5 iron. So let's just assume that it goes like so. And I'm going to need more iron here. Lots and lots of iron gets used in this mod. No. Okay, how about that? No. Oh wait, 5 iron. I have too many irons. There we go. So I was close. But basically that's the coal engine. Now there's another form of the coal engine called the teeny coal engine. And if I go here and coal engine, this is the teeny coal engine. And the recipe for that is basically 2 iron, 1 piston, and a furnace. So that's the cheaper way of doing it. So once again, if you're doing like, you don't want to spend a lot of resources on it, build a wooden hull and build a teeny coal engine. But I want a normal coal engine. So we'll put this in here. Now, you can see that it says modular cost 15. That's where the complexity cap comes in. If this said modular cost 51, I wouldn't be able to put it into this cart because it's too complex. So let's go ahead and put this in. Boom. And you can also see the total cost is now 15. And you can even see that the little furnace image shows up in the front there. Now, the total cost here adds into the hull complexity. So obviously 15 isn't enough for 200, but after I start adding and adding and adding, and all of these units start adding together, that's where I can only have a maximum of 200 in all of the units that I build. So there we go. The next thing I want to do is, because this is going to be a mining cart, is build something for mining. So the cheapest drill you can make is the iron drill. There's actually a upgraded version of this drill, which basically you replace these 3 irons with diamonds. Well, I don't have any diamonds, and that's actually kind of why I'm building this drill, is so I can get diamonds. But because this is the cheapest drill, it only has a modular cost of 3. And it's not going to, actually there's probably a basic drill if I think about it. No, drill. Yeah, iron drill. Basic drill, actually. Yeah, that's the one that takes 3 diamonds. That's the one that would be the upgrade of the iron drill. So this is actually the cheaper drill out of all of them. But like I said, I don't have diamonds, so this will work. But the iron drill is a slower drill, so just be aware of that. And you can only have one kind of tool. And as you can see at the bottom of the little tooltip, it says what type it is. As this said engine, and this says tool. So you can't have like a drill and a farming attachment and things like that. You have to actually kind of categorize this as one kind of thing. Also, you notice another thing over here says ready to assemble. If you don't have an engine, it's still ready to assemble, but it's not going to do you very much good if it can't do anything. So at least, you know, put some attachments before you click the assemble button here. So we have an engine, we have a hull, and we have a drill bit, but there's some more things that I want to attach to it. This is kind of like the most primitive drilling apparatus you can make, besides making it a teeny engine and a wooden hull. That would be the most bare minimum drilling apparatus, which is actually not too bad. What would that be? I think it's 6 iron for the drill bit, it's 3 iron for the engine, and wood. So not a lot. So if you're really going for cheap, definitely go for that. But we're not going for cheap. We're going for mediocre. So we got the drill bit. Now let's give it some extra cool things. First thing I want to do is be able to actually put this thing on tracks, obviously, but I don't want to pre-place the track. That kind of defeats the purpose of drilling for it myself. So let's go ahead and craft that too, and I'm gonna need one of these tracks that I swiped from the abandoned mine shaft. Put that in the middle. You put iron on each side and stone like so, and that will make you a railer. And it's a cheap one too. So once again, if you want your cart to be able to move anywhere, you need this, and this is considered an attachment. Now, the railer kind of takes up the surface of it, and you'll see that when I actually place things in it, but it doesn't currently. It's nighttime, whatever. So we got the railer, but what if it runs across a ravine? Well, it will pretty much fall off or stop. But we want it to go past the ravine and find things on the other side. So to make that, we need something a little bit more complicated. So let's go ahead and put this in here. And actually, I built it that way. Let's show you building it this way. A simple PCB module. Now, I've been building this quite a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take it and make a receipt. Or not a receipt. A blueprint of it so that I can always go back to it. Blank page, put it in here, and there we go. Simple PCB. Let's craft one of those and put it away, because I'll definitely be building these more often in the future as well, so it's good to have. We're also going to need a piston, so let's go ahead and put that in there. With this, I'm running out of wood, so I'm actually going to, I don't even think I have wood in here. So let's go ahead and call it a night. Grab some wood, and there we go. Hopefully there's nothing outside trying to eat me. Doesn't seem like it. There we go. Run back in here and toss that in there, and there we go. That's all I need, and we can make our piston. Now we have the piston, we have a simple PCB. We're also going to need some redstone, and we're going to need, I think it goes up here, and we're going to need some bricks. So I think the redstone goes down here, maybe it goes like this. I looked at this like last night. No, you're not coming in. But I love you. Oh, alright. Nether bricks. No. I want normal bricks. Shoot. I guess I gotta cook up a little bit more of this, which is fine. Won't take long. I'll just be back in a sec. Alright, we're back. Let's go ahead and put this like so, and I was wrong. I was close. It's just those two around the other way. So that's the bridge builder. Modular cost of 14, so not too bad. I'm going to put this in here as well as an attachment. Now, another thing that you've noticed, other than that, the total cost is increasing, but the time is increasing too. Every time I add something more to this, it increases how long it's going to take to build. And so if you're building something extremely complex, it's going to be longer to do. And it's not just how many items are in there, but it's how complicated that individual item is. For instance, if I was doing a wooden hull with a teeny engine and an iron drill and a railer, it would be quicker to build than with a standard hull and a coal engine. And this is quicker to build than a super duper hull with an awesome engine and the coolest drill of them all. that takes a lot longer just because they're more complex. They're worth a lot more. So definitely keep that in mind as well while you're building this. So the next thing I want to do is, well, you know, I'm building tracks through a tunnel, okay, and I'm building over gaps, but these tunnels are going to become dark, and dark means mob spawning, and mob spawning is not what I want. I don't want a whole bunch of mobs to spawn, and when I'm going down to retrieve my cart because it ran out of fuel or something, it's just going to, you know, be a headache for me trying to kill all these mobs to get to it. So I need some torch placers. So you have to build 2 tri-torches, like so. And you're also going to need a lot of iron, again. Oopsies. And I think it was 5 iron, wasn't it? Maybe it's built like that. Aha! There we go. Torch placer. Modular cost of 14. Once again, not too bad. Once again, lots of iron. And you can see that there's little attachments now on the sides. So first off, the bridge builder there adds little green bars to the side. Can I stop you? No, I cannot. But the bridge builder will add the little green ends right on the side there. And the torch placers build little things right there. Also, if you notice, if you right-click it, you can activate the drill, see what that looks like when it's activated. You can activate the bridge builder to see what that looks like. It shows yellow now that it's active. You can see what it looks like if it has rails in it. So there you go. That's what happens if there's rails in it. And you can decrease it. And then same with torches. If you have, you know, some torches in there, that's what it would look like if it had torches in there. So that's kind of a cool little thing that you can actually view. Actually, let's go ahead and view what it would look like completed, basically. Like fully completed. There you go. That looks pretty nice. All right. So anyways, we got a torch placer. We got a drill. We got track placer, a bridge builder. But this is a mining tool. This isn't just a tunnel digger. This would basically be a very good... Alright, I want you to go, you know, 200 blocks that direction so I can build another base or something. This is perfect. But I want to actually get stuff out of this. I don't want it just to drop on the ground and leave it to despawn. So what I need to do is I basically need to build a chest. Now, this is going to be a very complex recipe in a way. So a wooden chest basically requires a lot of wood. If you have 9 wood like so, why is that? Maybe I'm doing the wrong kind of wood. I hope it's not logs. That would be really bad. Let's see. Basically what I need, yeah, I double checked what the bridge builder was just to make sure I was right. We want some chest panes. And there's 3 different sizes, normal, large, and huge. We want these normal ones, and it is just planks. Oh, and logs, that's what I meant. So you do need some logs. All right, so I was very close to what the recipe was supposed to be. Take that, put that there. There's another one, but it probably despawned. Let's go ahead and grab this tree. All right. And so basically you put the logs on the side, and then we put wood like so. There we go. And that will give you 32 chest pane. Not like chest pane, like, oh, my chest, it hurts. But chest panes as in little panels. Now, you're going to need a couple of these. So go ahead and save 2 of them for the side for what I'm going to be building at least. Next, you're going to need some huge chest panes. Now, huge chest panes is basically, there we go. There's a large. And I believe it goes from large to huge, if I'm not mistaken. No, it goes, there you go, huge. Now, I want a lot of these. So I'm going to need 1, 2, 3. Oop, ran out. I'm going to need 6. So let's go ahead and make some more here. And doom. Take that. Once again, create the huge. I believe it's 6 is what I'm going to be needing. Yeah. Another thing that you can also need to make, if you put chest panes around here and then you put an iron in the middle, like so. That will give you some iron panes, but I don't want iron panes. What I actually want is, maybe it's, hold on. I know it takes these guys. These guys get crafted into stone. Oh, well, that was wood. My mistake. Like I said, it's been a while. There you go. Some chest locks is one thing that you need. Thankfully, you get a lot of them for a stone and an iron, so you can make a lot of chests out of these things. And what I want to make is I'm just going to go ahead and look up the recipe. Top chest, like so. Oh wait, top chest won't work because I have the track layer. I forgot about that. So actually what I want instead of a top chest is an internal chest, which is this guy, which is chest panes around a lock. Ah, shoot. I didn't need to make these. Too late. Already made them. I'll save them for something else. So this around the lock. That's what I was trying to accomplish earlier. So this is going to be an internal storage. So I can basically put this in here. And that increases the cap as well. Now, just to show you guys, it shouldn't let me do a top chest. Oopsies. I spelled that completely wrong. Top chest, storage. Oh, that's a drill. Top chest, storage. Oh, it lets me. Huh. I guess we will craft it. Never mind. I thought it wouldn't work because of the track layer. Didn't let me before. So, takes 6 large panes and 2 of the small panes. So I was right. I was just making sure. I didn't want to craft an extra chest panes if I didn't have to, because that would be a waste of, well, wood. So there we go, and then we got the 2 panes from that one, and there you go. Chest pane. So we got the top chest, we got an internal chest, we're getting a lot of storage here. Now there's one more thing that I want to craft before we end this episode, and that is, well, what happens if we are mining and there's a waterfall or a lava lake? Well, your cart will run into it, get swept away, and horrible things will happen. We do not want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to, well, I need a lot more iron for one. We're going to create a liquid sensor. Now to create the liquid sensor, you're going to need 2 simple PCBs. Let's at least remove that out of the way. And we're going to take the 2 simple PCBs. We're going to put 3 iron, like so, and then we're going to put 4 redstone in the corners and make an advanced PCB. Now this is another one that I could make a recipe for, but it's not one that you create all that often. Only super complicated devices actually use the advanced PCB. So we're just going to leave it at that. Now this is where we have a problem. Not only does it cost an advanced PCB, it costs 2 irons. Well, that's simple. I think it's there. You're also going to require a lava bucket and a water bucket. Now I have 2, well, I had 2 buckets somewhere. I might have to create another bucket. So let me, come on, Knight, go, go, go. All right, where's my buckets? Just gonna quickly look out here. Ah, there we go. So we got a water bucket and another water bucket. We don't need 2 water buckets, so I'm just gonna dump that in there. Now thankfully the lava bucket will be relatively easy to get because we have the ender chest down here, and I can just click that and get some lava out of it. So we'll just remove that so I can get out of here and put it back. Close the door so monsters don't eat me. Alright, so lava on one side, water on the other side. I think it's the advanced PCB in the middle. No, actually it's probably down at the bottom here. And you're also going to need 2 redstone, which I believe goes up at the top, 2 iron, and 1 diamond. I don't have a diamond, as I said, and I don't want to create one out of coal because that costs 4 stacks of coal. Oh, well, no. I was creating 4, so it's 1 stack of coal for 1 diamond, which really, if you're getting a ton of coal, is not too bad. But I'm not getting a lot of coal, and I don't want to waste it. So I'm just going to go quickly grab a diamond, and I shall be back. Alrighty then, we are back. Let's go ahead and get the diamonds out of here. And now I actually was lucky enough to find 3 diamonds, which is enough to make one of the basic drills. But like I said, I don't want to waste the diamonds on that quite yet. I'm hoping I'll get some while I'm mining. So, ooh, sweet. I was actually lucky and built that correctly. So anyways, the liquid sensor basically detects if the block that it's going to be mining will let liquid fall. So it won't just detect that there's liquid up ahead, but it'll actually like mine around it if it's possible to mine around it. So we can put that in attachment, no, add-ons, which is down here. And as you can see, it pops up there, and you can actually turn on that one, can't you? Nope, looks like you can't. But anywho, this will take 15 minutes and 35 seconds to assemble. Last thing I want to do before I leave is, well, assemble it. Now, you can't put coke in there or anything else. You can only put, I believe, coal, and I don't think you can actually even put in charcoal. But basically, putting in coal will give it fuel. And then when it assembles, it closes all the attachments, doesn't let you add anything more, and now it's starting to assemble, and it's real time, by the way. So it's going to be 15 minutes of gameplay to craft this, not 15 game minutes. And it'll burn away this coal while it's mining. When it, when the fuel runs out, it'll take another piece of coal, and then when it's done, it'll pop down here. So I wanted to start that now before the episode ended. So next episode, this will be crafting away, and hopefully before the end of the episode, halfway through or so, we'll have that one finished. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode so far. As always, like, comment, and subscribe to join the epicness. This is MrYourWilly signing off. Adios.